We're shaking, folks. Back with another reaction, back with some more Grace Jones. And we're going back to her 1980 album, Warm Leatherette. And we're up to Bullshit. And I'm not making that up. That's really the name of the tune. I don't think I need to explain the concept to people, but, you know, balderdash, bohunkus, bollocks, perhaps. Ultimately, it's a word which renders whatever it is referring to as nonsense, as untrue, as disreputable. So I wonder what is being assessed in that way. I wonder who's doing the assessing, and I'm wondering if it's part of a narrative or at least a dynamic. Let's find out what Grace Jones has to say about Bullshit from her 1980 album, Warm Leatherette. Cowbell. Synth funk? I'm trying to think how to categorize this. I like that cowbell. And her vocals here. Some shredded blues guitar. The keys in the chorus give it this interesting blend. It's lighter than it would otherwise be. Big, hanging, seemingly distorted or affected guitar chords. Wave Us. The last one I'm not sure of. The guitar just simmering. It's like a descending. Xylophone? I'm not sure. Fading? Long fade or no? I guess not. I thought it was. So like a bit freeform here, it feels like. feels sort of like an extended mix is what it feels like. Cool groove for 1980s. It feels a bit off though, which, bullshit. And it sounds like she's biding her time, she's dealing with the bullshit as much as she has to, but she is gonna, it is like the craziest long fade in history, right? You keep me guessing for over a minute whether the track is actually fading. It's clearly you've done it gradually, but yeah, it sounds like she's ready to never have to deal with these a-holes again, and she's going to tell them very publicly she doesn't mind if they find out that she's not as studious or even subservient as she's supposed to be. But I don't know, it sounds like she's saying she's like a lady of the night, maybe, like to rich men, and perhaps, it's these people who are the a-holes and who are going to get their comeuppance at some point. But yeah, I do, it sounds like someone very jaded and bitter, but not someone who's given up hope, not someone who's like resigned to this, someone who's, very much ready to spring it the other way. So, excuse me. So yeah, it feels like not a revenge tune, because it feels like it's still a future possibility, but a tune by someone who's, very much ready to turn the tables. And like I said, sonically, it's got funk, it's got blues, it's got her soulful voice, and ultimately, I did enjoy the electronic sounds. It had like, a synth groove to it. It's, very danceable tune, which I get it. I've listened to some other groups where, and knowing that, like, I was reading recently about krautrock, which is never like a term that I was, familiar with or understood, but people were saying that it's sort of like some German groups were doing things as a rock band that were more electronic and more like moving away from like what rock bands were doing in the 70s and other places. And like Kraftwerk was one of the groups they mentioned, and I know like a lot of early electronic like synth groups that are known for being synth groups like in the 80s give respect to Kraftwerk, and there was inspiration. So yeah, ultimately I know this isn't like unheard of in 1980, but like had a very house-like groove that you could play like 7, 8, 9, 10 years later, and I think would still work as like a really cool, if kind of, soulful and bluesy house track. So, cool track is what I'm saying, and one that seems to be a bit, forward-looking in its sonics. I like her vocal delivery. Again, not the biggest or craziest that I've heard so far, but very much in her characteristic flavor. And yeah, a bit of the like attitude in the delivery that seems to be implied in the plan in her lyrics. So yeah, I'm not sure if I'm hearing that right, but that's what it came across as. Once again, shout out to Mark for sharing this. Shout out to all the people commenting on the Grace reactions. Thanks to everybody in all the different deep dives for the patience, as I not only had the holiday break, but I had to put together a bookcase and some things like as the new year came around. So I was like more tired yesterday than I thought I would be, and I didn't end up shooting videos. So ultimately, I will get back into the swing of things, even if it may take a few sessions to get back to the quantity that I typically do, just because the holidays were an exhausting period. And I did sort of there's a few things still hanging over, like some of the album reviews, or like videos for certain bands' albums, but ultimately I did get a lot of the holiday stuff in, and that did take a lot of effort. So bottom line, I will be back to normal speed and service soon. In the meantime, I'm trying to revive all the different deep dives. Shout out for the patience again. Let me know what you think of this. I will see you next time. Peace.